Berlin Immersive. One-day itinerary. Introduction. Welcome to Berlin. Today we're tackling the ultimate challenge, seeing the best of the German capital in just 24 hours. This city is huge, but if you follow this specific route, you won't waste a single minute. We're talking Cold War history, Prussian palaces, and the best street food in Europe. Grab your walking shoes and a power bank. Let's dive in. The heart of the East. If Berlin had a heartbeat, it would be right here at Alexanderplatz. To locals, it's just Alex. To travelers, it's a dizzying mix of 1960s socialist architecture, world-class shopping, and the tallest building in Germany. This was the pride of East Berlin during the Cold War, and today, it's the city's busiest transit hub. We're going to show you how to navigate the crowds, where to get the best views, and the one mistake you cannot make when visiting the tower. The TV Tower, Fernsehturm. Standing at 368 meters, the Fernsehturm, or TV Tower, is impossible to miss. It was built in the late 60s by the GDR to show off East German engineering. Pro tip for my international travelers: do not just walk up to the entrance. You will see a digital sign with wait times that can be 3 or 4 hours long. Instead, book a fast view timed entry ticket online at least 2 weeks in advance. You'll bypass the ticket desk and head straight to the elevators, which will zip you up 200 meters in just 40 seconds. Once you're at the top, you get a 360-degree view. On a clear day, you can see all the way to the Tropical Islands Resort outside the city. If you're hungry, the Sphere revolving restaurant sits just above the observation deck. It rotates fully every hour. Just remember, you usually need a separate reservation for a window table. Exploring Alex, the world clock, and more. Back on the ground, you have to check out the world time clock, Weltzeituhr. It's a classic Berlin meeting spot. Look up and you can see the current time in cities from New York to Tokyo. It's a piece of Cold War design that still works perfectly today. Just a few steps away is the Fountain of International Friendship. In the summer, it's a great spot to people watch. You'll see street performers, skaters, and commuters from every corner of the globe. Practical info. Alexanderplatz is a major junction. If you see a U sign, that's the U-Bahn, subway. An S sign is the S-Bahn, city train. Lines U2, U5, and U8 all meet here, making this the perfect home base for your trip. Must-try food and shopping. You can't visit Alex without eating. For the authentic Berlin on a budget experience, look for the grill walkers. These are guys wearing orange harnesses with a grill attached to their chests, selling bratwurst in a roll for a few euros. It's the ultimate street food. If you want a sit-down meal, head toward the Alexa Mall, that giant pink building on the edge of the square. It has a massive food court with everything from German schnitzel to Turkish doner. A quick note on shopping. This is where Berliners shop. From Primark to high-end electronics at Saturn, if you forgot something at home, you'll find it here. Outro and safety. One last tip. Because Alexanderplatz is so busy, keep an eye on your pockets, especially near the train entrances. It's safe, but pickpockets love a distracted tourist. TV Tower tickets. Purchase receipts from the following 2 links. Transport: U2, U5, U8, S3, S5, S7, S9. Best time to visit: 9 a.m. to beat the crowds, or sunset. Currency: most shops take cards, but have 5 to 10 euros in cash for street food. That's Alexanderplatz and the TV Tower in a nutshell. It's loud, it's gray, it's historic, and it's quintessentially Berlin. If this helped you plan your trip, hit that like button and subscribe for more European guides. Stop 2 and 3, Berlin Cathedral and Museum Island. The transition from modern to classic. We've just left the neon lights and transit hub energy of Alexanderplatz. Now, we're taking a 10-minute walk down Karl-Liebknecht-Straße that feels like a trip through a time machine. As the TV Tower shrinks in your rearview mirror, the massive dome of the Berlin Cathedral starts to dominate the horizon. We are heading into the Spree Island, the birthplace of Berlin and home to one of the greatest museum complexes in the world. The Berlin Cathedral, Berliner Dom. This is the Berliner Dom. It's not just a church, it's a statement of Prussian power. Practical info. Entry is about 10 euros. Most people come for the interior, which is stunning, but the real pro move is climbing the 270 steps to the Dome Gallery. Vlog tip: if you want that perfect shot of the TV Tower framed by old-world architecture, the view from the top of the cathedral is unbeatable. Just be warned. The stairs are narrow, and it's a workout. Museum Island, the Big Five. Step across the grass, and you're on Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are 5 world-class museums here, but for a one-day trip, don't try to see them all. You'll burn out. The Altes Museum. That's the one with the giant columns. It's perfect for dark academia vibes in your B-roll. The Neues Museum. This is where Nefertiti lives. If you only go inside one museum, make it this one, to see her 3,000-year-old bust. Pergamon update. For my 2026 travelers, the main Pergamon Museum is currently undergoing massive renovations. You can still see the Pergamon panorama nearby, which is a mind-blowing 360-degree 3D experience of the ancient city. The Secret View, Humboldt Forum. Look right across from the cathedral at that massive building that looks like a palace, because it is one. That's the Humboldt Forum. It's a reconstruction of the old Berlin Palace. Insider tip: head inside to the roof terrace. It's one of the best-kept secrets for a panoramic view of Museum Island and the Spree River. It's often less crowded than the Cathedral Dome and offers a totally different perspective of the city's layout. Must-try food and practical logistics. If you're feeling museum fatigued, walk over to Hackischer Markt, just 5 minutes north. It's full of outdoor cafes and the best apple strudel in Mitte. Final logistics. Transport. If you're tired of walking, the U5 subway has a stunning station right here called Museumsinsel. The ceiling looks like a starry night sky. It's a destination in itself. Tickets. Buy the Museum Island day ticket for around €24. It gets you into all 5 museums and is much cheaper than buying individual entries. Now that we've soaked up the culture, we're heading toward the heart of German politics, the Reichstag. Let's go. Stop 4 and 5. Reichstag and Brandenburg Gate. The Royal Route, Unter den Linden. We've just finished soaking up the history at Museum Island. Now we're heading west on Berlin's most famous boulevard, Unter den Linden. This is the city's royal route, once used by Prussian kings to reach their hunting grounds in the Tiergarten. Logistics tip: it's a beautiful 20-minute walk, but if you want to save your legs, hop on Bus 100 or the U5 subway from the Museumsinsel station. It's only 2 stops to our next destination, and the U5 is basically a sightseeing tour in itself. The Reichstag, a dome with a view. Behold the Reichstag, the seat of the German parliament. It's a perfect metaphor for the city, an old historic shell with a transparent modern heart. Critical practical info for 2026. You cannot just walk in. Entry to the glass dome is free, but you must register on the official Bundestag website in advance, sometimes weeks ahead. You'll need to provide your full name and date of birth, and you must bring your physical passport to the security gate. Digital copies won't cut it here. Once you're inside, grab the free audio guide. It's triggered by your movement as you walk up the spiral ramp, explaining exactly what buildings you're looking at in the skyline. It's one of the best free experiences in Europe. The Brandenburg Gate, Brandenburger Tor, just a stone's throw from the Reichstag, is the icon of Germany. During the Cold War, this was the no man's land between East and West. Today, it's where the world comes to celebrate. For the best photo without 1,000 strangers in it, try to stand slightly to the left or right of the center arch, and aim your camera upward. Insider tip: directly to the right of the gate is the Room of Silence. If the crowds get too loud, step in there for 5 minutes of absolute peace. It's free and open to everyone. Lunch and must-try food. By now you're definitely hungry. While the cafes directly on Alexanderplatz offer great views, they also have tourist prices. Must-try food. Walk just 1 block south to the side streets near Wilhelmstrasse. Look for a local spot serving Königsberger Klopse. These are Prussian-style meatballs in a white caper sauce. It's a sophisticated, historical dish that's a nice break from the usual street food. Traveler tip: if you're on a budget, look for the Mittagstisch lunch menu signs. Many German restaurants offer a fixed-price lunch that's half the price of their dinner menu. Transit. Bus 100 or U5. Station, Bundestag. Reichstag booking. www.bundestag.de. Required. Security check. Physical passport ID is mandatory. Cost. Both sites are free. Pro tip: visit the Brandenburg Gate again at night. The lighting is spectacular. We've seen the grandeur and the power. Now it's time for some reflection. Our next stop is just around the corner, the Holocaust Memorial. Let's head there now. Stop 6 and 7. The shift in tone. We've just left the triumphant arches of the Brandenburg Gate. But as we walk just one block south, the atmosphere changes completely. Berlin doesn't shy away from its darkest chapters, and our next two stops are some of the most powerful reminders of why this city looks the way it does today. The Holocaust Memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. This is the Holocaust Memorial. It consists of 2,711 gray concrete slabs, or stelae, arranged in a massive grid. Memorable spot. As you walk deeper into the center, the ground slopes downward, and the pillars rise above your head, cutting off the city noise. It's designed to create a sense of unease and isolation. Vlog tip: please be respectful here. This isn't a place for lifestyle poses or climbing on the stones. It's a place for reflection. Practical info: beneath the field of stones is an information center. It's free to enter, but there is often a security line. It's incredibly moving and provides the human stories behind the statistics. Allow at least 45 minutes if you go inside. The walk to the wall, Wilhelmstrasse. From the memorial, it's a 15-minute walk south. You'll pass the site of Hitler's bunker, which is now just an unremarkable parking lot with an info board, and a preserved section of the Berlin Wall at the topography of terror. This walk literally traces the footprint of the Third Reich and the Cold War. Checkpoint Charlie, the gateway to the West. And here we are, Checkpoint Charlie. During the Cold War, this was the most famous crossing point between East and West Berlin for foreigners and diplomats. This was the front line of the Iron Curtain. Practical info: yes, it is very touristy today. You'll see actors in uniform and plenty of souvenir shops selling pieces of the wall. Be skeptical of those. Insider tip: don't just take a photo of the guardhouse and leave. Look at the outdoor gallery on the street corners. There are massive light boxes with photos and stories of the dramatic tank face-offs and escape attempts that happened right on this asphalt. Must-try food and the wall snacks. After all that walking, you need a sugar hit. Must-try food, right near Checkpoint Charlie. Look for a traditional bakery serving a Berliner Pfannkuchen. It's a jam-filled donut with no hole in the middle. In the US, we call them Berliners, but here, they're just Pfannkuchen. Traveler tip: if you need a cheap drink or a quick snack, look for a Späti, Spätkauf. These are Berlin's iconic late-night convenience stores. Grab a bottle of Club Mate. It's a highly caffeinated tea soda that is basically the fuel of Berlin's creative class. Walking distance: Brandenburg Gate to Memorial, 5 minutes. Memorial to Checkpoint Charlie, 15 minutes. Cost: both outdoor sites are free. Info center hours: usually 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Mondays. Checkpoint Charlie photo op: free, but tipping the soldiers is common if you pose with them. Next stop, Charlottenburg. Take U6 to Stadtmitte, then U2 west, moving to the palace. We've seen the heavy history of the city center. Now we're going to pivot to something completely different: the royal elegance of West Berlin. We're heading to Charlottenburg Palace. Let's jump on the U-Bahn. Stop 8, Charlottenburg Castle and Gardens. The Great Westward Migration. We've spent our morning in the heart of East Berlin and the death strip of the Wall. Now, we're heading to the Old West. Berlin is actually a collection of many towns that merge together, and Charlottenburg feels like a completely different city. Practical info: from Checkpoint Charlie, hop on the U6 subway line at Kochstrasse, toward Alt-Mariendorf. Take it just one stop to Stadtmitte. Then transfer to the U2 line heading west toward Ruhleben. Get off at Sophie-Charlotte-Platz. It's about a 25-minute journey, so it's the perfect time to back up your footage or check your maps. Charlottenburg Palace, Schloss Charlottenburg. Welcome to the largest palace in Berlin. This was the summer residence of Sophie Charlotte, the first queen consort in Prussia. If you're getting Versailles vibes, you're right. It was inspired by the French royal style. Memorable spot: look up at the Green Dome. That's a golden statue of Fortuna, the goddess of luck, spinning in the wind. Pro tip for my US and EU travelers: if you're on a tight one-day schedule, don't feel guilty about skipping the interior tour. The inside is beautiful, but it takes hours to see. The real magic and the best B-roll is in the gardens behind the palace, which are totally free to enter. The Palace Gardens, Schlosspark. This is the Schlosspark. It's divided into two parts: the Baroque section right behind the palace, with its perfect geometric hedges, and the English landscape section further back, which feels like a wild forest. Vlog tip: walk all the way back to the Belvedere Tea House or the Mausoleum. These spots are much quieter and perfect for those peaceful traveler shots. There's a beautiful lake here too, where you can watch the swans. It's the ultimate contrast to the industrial grit of Alexanderplatz, where we started our day. Neighborhood must-try food. The Schnitzel stop. You're in the classy part of West Berlin now, which means it's time for a proper sit-down meal. Must-try food. Walk 5 minutes from the Palace Gate to Luisenplatz. Look for a traditional German Wirtshaus tavern. You have to try a Wiener Schnitzel, veal pounded thin, breaded, and fried to golden perfection. It should be served with a side of warm German potato salad, Kartoffelsalat. Traveler tip: if you want something lighter, grab a Flammkuchen. It's like a German thin crust pizza topped with creme fraiche, onions, and bacon bits. It's crispy, salty, and goes perfectly with a local Pilsner. Closing the loop. Transit U6 Kokstra, U2 Sophie-Charlotte-Platz. Walking, 10-minute walk from U-Bahn to Palace. Cost: Palace interior, about 17 euros. Gardens, free. Photography tripods usually require a permit inside, but are fine in the gardens. Next stop, Spree River Cruise, S-Bahn to Friedrichstrasse. We've seen the palaces and tasted the royal life. Now for our final act, we're heading back to the water to see the city from a whole new angle. It's time for a Spree River Cruise. Let's go. Stop 9, Spree River Cruise, the golden hour dash. We've done the east, the center, and the royal west. Our feet are definitely feeling those 20,000 steps. But we have one final cinematic way to see Berlin before the sun sets. We're heading back to the Spree River for a sunset cruise. Practical info. From Charlottenburg, the most efficient move is to take the S-Bahn, S7 or S5, from the West End or Charlottenburg station straight to Friedrichstrasse. This station is right on the water, and several major cruise docks are literally steps from the exit. All aboard, the Spree experience. There are dozens of tour operators, but for a one-day trip, I recommend the 1-hour City Core tour. It's short, efficient, and hits all the highlights we've seen today. Vlog tip: if the weather is even slightly nice, head straight for the upper deck. You want that unobstructed 360-degree view for your B-roll. Memorable spot: as the boat glides past the Reichstag, look at the massive glass windows of the government buildings. They're designed to reflect the river, symbolizing transparency in German politics. It's a stunning shot as the golden hour light hits the glass. Seeing the landmarks again. What makes this cruise so cool is seeing the scale of these buildings from the water. The cathedral. From down here, the dome looks even more massive. Museum Island. You get to see the backside of the museums, including the bullet holes still visible in the stone from WW2. The Nikolai Viertel. This is the old town of Berlin. From the boat, you can see the quaint, reconstructed medieval houses that feel worlds away from the glass skyscrapers of Alexanderplatz. Must-try drink: the boat beer. You can't sit on a German boat without a proper refreshment. Must-try drink: order a Berliner Weisse mit Schuss. It's a sour wheat beer mixed with either raspberry syrup, red, or Woodruff syrup, green. It's sweet, tart, and bright green, which looks amazing on camera. Traveler tip: if you're not a beer fan, try a Fassbraus. It's a non-alcoholic soda made from fruit, herbs, and malt. It tastes a bit like apple cider and is incredibly refreshing after a long day of sightseeing. Final thoughts and sign-off. Transit, S-Bahn to Friedrichstrasse station. Cruise duration, 1 hour, standard. Cost, approximately 15 euros to 20 euros per person. Pro tip: bring a light jacket. Even in summer, it gets breezy on the water. Booking: many boats take cards, but booking online via Get Your Guide or Sternenkreis saves time. As we pull back into Friedrichstrasse, the lights of Berlin are starting to flicker on. We've covered centuries of history, walked through palaces, and seen the scars of the Cold War, all in just 24 hours. Final practical advice: Berlin is a city that reveals itself slowly, but if you follow this loop, starting at Alex and ending on the water, you'll see the soul of the city without feeling like you missed a beat. Thanks for joining me on this whirlwind tour. If this helped you plan your Berlin adventure, don't forget to like and subscribe for more efficient travel guides. Until next time, tschüss.